Imagine descending into darkness so complete that even the faintest hint of light cannot reach. The deeper you go, the stranger the world becomes. Pressure builds so high it could crush a submarine like a soda can. Temperatures plunge into freezing, yet some creatures thrive in this alien environment. Welcome to the deep sea, the final frontier on Earth, where humans have only skimmed the surface. And lurking in this abyss are creatures so deadly, so bizarre, that they make sharks and crocodiles look like harmless kittens. The deep sea covers more than 60% of the Earth's surface, yet only a fraction has been explored. And that fraction has revealed monsters you wouldn't believe existed if you hadn't seen them with your own eyes, or at least on camera. Down here, evolution has run wild, unbounded by sunlight or warmth. Life adapts in ways that are both terrifying and mesmerizing. From transparent predators with teeth like needles to giant squids that can grab a human in a heartbeat, this is a place where survival is more important than beauty. Take the goblin shark, for example. Often called a living fossil, this creature has been lurking in the deep oceans for more than 125 million years. Its elongated, flattened snout is covered with sensors that detect the tiniest electrical impulses from prey. When it strikes, its jaw shoots forward in a terrifying motion that looks like something straight out of a horror movie. Most humans will never see one alive, and even if you do, the chances of surviving a close encounter are slim. But the goblin shark is just the beginning. Even more unsettling is the fangtooth fish. Don't let its small size fool you. These fish have the largest teeth in proportion to body size in the entire animal kingdom. Their teeth are so large that they cannot even close their mouths properly. Yet somehow, evolution worked, allowing them to survive in pitch black water over a mile deep. These fish are not picky eaters. They attack anything that moves, small fish, squid, even other fangtooth. Imagine swimming in deep waters and having something like this silently follow you in the dark, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. And then there's the vampire squid. Yes, its name alone is enough to give chills. With a cloak-like web connecting its long, spindly arms, glowing blue eyes, and red skin that seems to shift in color, it looks like a creature pulled directly from nightmares. The vampire squid doesn't attack humans, but its hunting method is still horrifying. It produces a bioluminescent cloud to disorient prey and escapes predators in the same blinding light show. It's a reminder that in the deep sea, light itself can be a weapon. Now, let's talk about something truly nightmarish: the giant isopod. These crustaceans can grow to over 2 feet long, and they look like something that crawled out of a prehistoric swamp. Imagine a shrimp on steroids with a hard armored shell and segmented body designed for crushing prey. And here's the twist: giant isopods can survive for years without eating. One might be lying in wait for 1,000 days before it strikes. That's patience that would terrify any predator or human. But it doesn't stop there. The deep sea also hosts creatures like the anglerfish, famous for the glowing lure dangling above its head. In total darkness, it uses that light to attract unsuspecting prey. Once a curious fish comes close enough, the anglerfish snaps it up with a jaw that can open wider than its body. Some species of anglerfish even have jaws lined with long, thin teeth that make escaping almost impossible. And the anglerfish's reproductive strategy is equally bizarre. Tiny males attach themselves permanently to the female, fusing into her body and becoming nothing more than a parasite, providing sperm whenever needed. In the deep sea, love is deadly. Speaking of deadly encounters, some of the ocean's scariest predators are almost invisible. The deep-sea dragonfish is a master of camouflage, with bioluminescent spots along its body. It emits red light, which most deep-sea creatures cannot see, allowing it to hunt undetected. Its long, fang-like teeth and hinged jaw make it a living trap for anything that wanders too close. And here's a thought that will make your skin crawl: the dragonfish doesn't need to chase its prey. It can lie in wait, invisible in the darkness, until a meal drifts into striking distance. And while we're on terrifying hunting methods, the giant squid deserves a special mention. For centuries, sailors told tales of these monsters dragging ships under the waves. Science proved they exist, but nothing quite prepares you for the scale. Tentacles lined with suckers, some tipped with sharp hooks, can pull prey into its beak like a blender. Their eyes are the largest in the animal kingdom, perfect for spotting prey in near total darkness. Imagine looking into the eyes of a creature bigger than your house while it decides whether your lunch. That's not just fear. That's primal terror. Not all deadly creatures rely on teeth or claws. Some are silent assassins, blending into the environment until it's too late. The stonefish may be small, but it's one of the most venomous creatures on Earth. Its spines inject venom strong enough to kill an adult human in minutes. And while stonefish are usually found closer to shallow waters, their relatives in the deep sea are just as lethal, camouflaged among rocks and coral, ready to strike. Imagine stepping in the wrong spot and being paralyzed before you can even react. Nature has a cruel sense of humor here. You might be thinking that humans are too big or fast to fall prey in the deep sea, but think again. The deep sea jellyfish, particularly species like the lion's mane, can reach lengths of over 100 feet, including tentacles. Their stings are potent enough to cause heart failure in humans, and because they float silently in the darkness, there's often no warning until it's too late. Swimming near one of these creatures is like wandering into a minefield blindfolded. Let's not forget the black dragonfish, an apex predator that looks like a nightmare made real. Its body is almost entirely black, except for bioluminescent patches used to lure prey. And here's the terrifying part. Female black dragonfish can grow twice as large as males and eat them after mating. Cannibalism in the abyss isn't just a horror story, it's survival. Humans may find it fascinating, but down there life is cheap and death comes quickly. You might think we've covered enough, but the deep sea has another horror to offer. The frilled shark, often described as a living fossil. It has a body reminiscent of a sea serpent, lined with rows of needle-sharp. It hunts like an ambush predator, wrapping its long body around prey before delivering a deadly bite. And the deeper it swims, the slower it moves. But don't be fooled. In those depths, slow can be lethal. All of these creatures exist in an environment we can barely survive in. Pressures at these depths can exceed 1,000 times atmospheric pressure. Temperatures hover near freezing, and sunlight never penetrates beyond a few hundred meters. Humans can explore this world only with specialized submarines and equipment that can withstand unimaginable force. Yet, even then, what we've seen is just the tip of the iceberg. There are likely tens of thousands of species we've never documented, many of which could be even deadlier than what we know. Here's something that might make you think twice before dreaming about deep-sea exploration. Scientists have found evidence of predators that glow in the dark, not just for hunting, but to blind their prey or intimidate competitors. And in some cases, the glow is coupled with venomous bioluminescent lures, turning the ocean itself into a deadly battlefield. Imagine a world where light is deadly, where shadows hide creatures that are both invisible and lethal. But it's not all about teeth and venom. Some deep-sea creatures are deadly because of sheer size and power. The colossal squid, for example, can weigh half a ton and has tentacles tipped with swiveling hooks. These hooks are strong enough to pierce through metal cages in experiments. Its eyes are enormous, giving it unparalleled vision in darkness, and it hunts giant prey like deep-sea fish and even other squid. A creature like this doesn't need venom or speed. Its strength is enough to dominate everything around it. It's tempting to think that the deep sea is just a cold, dark wasteland. But nothing could be further from the truth. Every inch of it is alive, and life there is both spectacular and terrifying. Some species glow, some sting, some can swallow prey larger than themselves, and all of them exist in a world humans weren't meant to enter. It's a reminder that Earth is still full of mysteries, and not all of them are safe. So the next time you watch a nature documentary or think about exploring the ocean, remember this: there's a whole world below the waves where humans are the intruders, a world where light is scarce, pressure is deadly, and creatures have evolved in ways that make them nearly untouchable. And in that darkness, survival isn't a choice. It's a matter of adaptation, cunning, and sometimes sheer terror. So, if you ever dream of diving into the deep sea, think twice, not because it's impossible, but because it's alive in ways you can barely imagine. And some of it is waiting for prey, waiting for light, waiting for life to cross into its dark, deadly domain. And when you do finally leave that world, if you survive, you'll carry with you a lesson. Some corners of our planet are still untamed, uncharted, and unmerciful. And sometimes, the things we can't see are the ones we should fear the most.